Welcome and welcome back to the Honey Sea Star Tarot, and welcome to the month of December. So let me tell you, this is going to be an astrologically packed month in a very great way. December is the breakthrough month for Virgos, and I will say it is the month and destiny turn that you've been waiting for. It is groundbreaking. It is time, especially as we head into Capricorn season, to build, to plan, and to ground your dreams. Before we get started though, I just also want to say thank you guys to each and every one of you. Truly, you guys make the difference. All your views, your likes, your subscribes, your shares, your donations, super thanks, purchases from the Honey Sea Star store, all of it makes a difference. Each and every one of you make a difference. You make my heart melt, and I love you back. I am so grateful to be able to have you here and share this journey. So, welcome to December. Let me tell you, this is the season of perpetual permanent hair, hair. I'm just saying. So, get ready for development of shoveling muscles. This is the month where Virgos are going to feel some very fiery truths and realignments about work, about love, about partnerships, and we'll also get an end of your reality check in getting serious, not just about goals or productivity, but about building a life that's not just about efficiency, but one that holds meaning, alignment, healing, and authenticity when it comes to our inner truth. It's time to build, it's time to plan, it's time to ground your dreams, and the chords of your karmic access are being struck this month as the sun enters Capricorn and our fifth house. Now remember, our fifth house is basically like joys, contentments, pleasures. It also is, it rules children, nourishment, and that includes projects, pets, people, right? Everything that you pour all of your heart and soul into. This is that type of energy, and it's grounding. Virgos, we work with this energy. It's very stabilizing. It focuses on security. This also is the season where Saturn kind of rules the way, being the ruler of Capricorn energy. So it's all about building your legacy, the future of your dreams, building and grounding, planning your dreams into your reality. And you'll be energized for this. For 2026, coming into this new year, the big year of 10, the big year of resets, the great awakening year in a lot of ways too, with this newfound playful emotional depth as your life is filled with romance, creativity, and self-expression. For the first half of the month, we have a fiery Sagittarius stellium. For those that haven't seen the weekly read for this week, this is forming between the Sun, Venus, and Mars. And then once Mercury moves from Scorpio back into Sagittarius, he will join the stellium parade. The full moon in Gemini in our 10th house coming in right away on this first week in December will create a mutable grand cross with the Sun, the lunar nodes, and it's going to be offering this dynamic tension between your career, your public image, your private life, and your private home life, I should say. And it's going to be urging this need and realignment for balance. Neptune this month will also finally be stationing direct. So we are dropping our retrograde count down to 2. It is just Jupiter and Uranus this month. Just saying. The new moon in Sagittarius in our 4th house before we move into Capricorn season will offer a big turning point for expanding our home and family beyond our comfort zones and into our dream seeds and long-term vision. The squares happening in our 4th and our 7th house this month will create friction, bring balance between your personal drive, your domestic obligations, and your intimate relationships. Chiron's tension with Jupiter, which happens to also fall on the winter solstice. We'll get into all the dates to really pay attention to. So get your calendars ready. This reading is going to be jam-packed. So get something, pause the video, get something to drink, get your cozy slippers on, make room to do some happy dances because there is that too. This is the month where when Chiron creates tension with Jupiter on the winter solstice, right as we head into Capricorn season, it will be healing our discomfort around self-worth, belonging, identity, home insecurity, our long-term goals. especially tensions or insecurities, vulnerabilities regarding shared resources, trust issues. And as Venus, Mars, and the Sun enter Capricorn, our 5th house as well, and create a powerful Earth stellium towards the end of the month, we'll be grounded in this synergy to pursue our desires, our long-term goals, our pleasures, love with intentionality, confidence, artisan mindfulness, and meaningful stability. So, right away on the 2nd, we are coming into this month where Venus and Sagittarius in our 4th house will be sextiling Pluto. And remember, Pluto is in Aquarius in our 6th house of work. That is our astrological house that is considered home as Virgos, being signs of service. And this is this is all happening, I should say, on the 2nd, right as that Sagittarius stellium is coming into alignment, because we just had Venus move into Sag. So between the Sun, Venus, and Mars, and this stellium, with this sextile with Pluto involved, it's really going to break you out of this cage of should and help you step into your emotional authenticity. It's creating a major emotional home life shift where your emotional world becomes louder than your analytical mind. You will be pushed to feel, not just think your way through things. And this stellium will be with us through mid-December. And during this time, you may be releasing perfectionism about your past, seeking deeper meaning in your roots, becoming less self-contained, more expressive. You may become more adventurous with where you want to move, where you want to travel to, how you live differently or how to live differently, or even change your environment entirely. And I will say, on the 2nd, with this sextile, the biggest thing that I will say with the sextile between Venus and Pluto is hold this energy for the whole entire month, especially as we move into Capricorn season, because the lower expression of Capricorn is a tendency to move into a workaholic attitude. So hold this sextile energy. It's got bioenergy involved with it. So the sextile between Venus and Sag in our 4th, and Pluto in Aquarius in our 6th house at 8 to 10 degrees. Abundance resets, right? So it is one of the most healing, supportive, and quietly transformative transits that will be happening this whole month. And it's happening right away on the 2nd, the day I'm recording this. I apologize too for being a little late. Between the holidays, the biggest gift that I got for Thanksgiving was kind of feeling a bit under the weather. It's like sinusy, headachy, foggy. I've been sleeping a lot, unfortunately, so I apologize. I'm a little behind, but I'm catching up, and I will catch up this week. So thank you guys for your patience in me. I am still getting through all the comments, the beauty, the love, the support that you guys are sharing as well. And so I'm getting through them all, but I'm paying attention, and I want to make attention. Make time for each and every one of your comments, because you took the time, and each one of them truly means so much to me. I can't even tell you my gratitude or articulate my gratitude in the way that it gives me tingles. So this is where, getting back to the sextile, it is going to be this thing where it's quiet strength. Hold this energy. It is this major moment where home life supports healing. Routine shifts for healthier movements begin. Work aligns with emotional truth. Your habits and health patterns transform, and someone offers help of empowerment behind the scenes. There is a change in your routine that improves your mental peace. And as your work and home life balance, by addressing the emotional stress that impacts your body, it reconnects you into the home of your body. And this is a sextile to truly lean into. It is your bioenergy medicine through grounding, through breathing, through movement. It is where, through therapeutic touch, it's allowing you through all 4 of these aspects, this alternative medicine, this holistic approach to really treating your body like the temple, like the home it is in this life for your consciousness to experience and expand in. It allows you to truly, this sextile, allows you to truly reclaim your body's energy fields. Reclaim your power, call your power back. So a very physical way to do this, especially with all 4 of these aspects. with grounding, breathing, movement, and therapeutic touch is it really moves that energy, that bioenergy, through your body to release where it's been stagnant, where it's been built up, and also too where you feel physical weakness manifesting, where there's a lack thereof. So the best way to really look at this, and so bioenergetic, there we go, bioenergetic practices really revolve around 4 simple steps just to really get you back into the home of your body, right? This is just the start of it, right? So first things first, for the female audience, you're going to get this more than my masculines, and I apologize, I'll put it in 2 different ways, but start with your Kegels for my girls. For men, picture if you are like going to the, going number 1, not to be too graphic, and you have to hold it midstream or stop it, right? And so it's this muscle pull, basically, where you're pulling within, and you want to pull that energy all the way up into your solar plexus, into your belly, right? And when you do that, you'll know you're doing it right when you activate your tailbone is what I mean. And you'll feel your nerves, not in a painful way, but you'll feel them activate. This is important because that's your root chakra in your body. That's your grounding mechanism in your bodily manifestations, in your home, right? It's your foundation. So you'll feel this where it's connected to all the nerves in your hips, your legs, your feet, all of that grounding energy. So pulling that grounding energy into your center and holding it there will help with activating it. And then move up to your heart. There's 4 different activations, basically. So it starts with that pull up into your root. Then you move on to your heart chakra. And what I mean in the physical, and this is measurable on a scientific level, but work to the inside spiritually and also emotionally, to the inside of your heart. Feel that and then give it a hug. Give it a very, very gentle and very physical hug, very spiritual hug and emotional hug. That's going to open and align. So if your body, if you think about it, where it's body, mind, and spirit balance, your root chakra is really the home of your body. Your heart chakra, when you're giving it that hug, is really inviting the soul into the consciousness of your body, into the manifestation of the physical of your body. Then after you hug your heart, move to your throat and take that very visceral breath in, a very short breath. Doesn't need to go all the way into your diaphragm, but it's almost, it's an audible breath. And when you do that, your breath is actually your spirit working, your spirit manifestation of the body. So all the while, you've now activated your mind, your body, and your body, your soul, and your spirit, right? Your mind, your body, and your heart, for heart brain coherency and harmony. Once you do all 3 of these in your breath work, in your pranayama, then move to your eyes, right? Because that's how you experience the world around you. That's how your consciousness experiences life, through those fractals of how our eyes define what we see. So when you do that, look with your eyes, see with your eyes, and look up as if you're rolling your eyes into your, above your eyelids, not necessarily into your skull where it's painful. Work with me here. But move them up so that they align and you feel the energy of what you see align straight with the center of your brain, the center of your crown chakra. And once you do that, you'll feel this alignment between your head, your eyes, your throat, your heart, and all the way through to your tailbone, which is again grounding all the way down to your feet. Once you do that, take a nice deep breath in. Fill those lungs up along that line. That is your energy access. That is your access point, your fulcrum, right? Breathe that in and align and fill that whole alignment up. And then as you breathe out and exhale and push it down all the way through your toes. Then on your next breath in, as you breathe in, fill that diaphragm, push all that energy up from your grounding point all the way up to your crown. And as you exhale, push all of that energy up through your crown chakra. This is aligning you and opening all of your energy, moving it from your root all the way to your crown and above, all the way around with your electromagnetic field. Do a 10-minute meditation like this. And like I say, once you feel this energy between the upward and downward flow, really elevating your energy and grounding that sacred into your body, into your home. Holistically, you're aligning a measurable scientific spiritual energy, a magnetic energy field within your body in a way that aligns your energy fields. And like I say, especially this month, especially as we move into this Capricorn energy, this is the energy, that peace, that enlightenment, that euphoric and grounding sacred energy. This is what will keep you holistically balanced, in contentment, and with manifesting all of your dreams, all of the plans, all that you're building, grounding all your dreams into the here and now and into your future, especially as we walk into the year of Big Ten 2026. And if that resonates, by all means, let me know in the comments below. Let me know how it works out, because right away this week as well, and I'll do a separate read on this, we have a very, very, very powerful full moon. The moon is going to be in Gemini, our sister sign, ruled by Mercury. And it's going to be in our 10th house at 13 degrees, focusing on synergy, creation consciousness, new beginnings, and divine feminine energy. To top that off, the full moon in Gemini in our 10th house, focusing on career, honors, achievements, how we want to be seen in this world, right? What we do with meaningful purpose. It will be squaring with our lunar nodes. And on the 5th, this energy is quantum entangled. The sun in Sagittarius in our 4th house, focusing on our foundations of home and family, how we define this, bringing home into the body, right, will also be impacting this alignment. This, between the sun, the moon, the north and the south nodes, they are going to be forming a very powerful, very mutable grand cross. This is one of the most astrological events of your decade. This is a karmic turning point where everything pushes you toward a new life direction, toward deeper purpose, connection, and intuition. And it's going to push you and pull you away from old perfectionist habits. There is something in your first house of self-criticism, indecision, perfectionism, over-analysis that is being released. There is something in your house of partnerships that is being embraced. There is something in your career that is collapsing. And there is something in your home and family life that is being reborn. It will create this beautiful middle ground of balance. And it always makes me think of India Arie, of the song Come Back to the Middle. Listen to it if you haven't heard it. It's beautiful. She has the most marvelous molasses voice in such a gorgeous way. I cannot say it enough. But this is where you're coming back to the middle. It's going to reframe your meaning with purpose behind words. It's going to reframe the plans, adjust. I should put it as like the middle ground of balance is going to really rebalance the plans with the adjustments that lead to a more fulfilling life. It's going to activate your career destiny. It's going to look at the relationship patterns. And I will also say, the relationship patterns that you choose now will alter your next 18 years. So choose wisely. This is epiphany. This is awakening kind of energy. Bringing it back to the middle to rebalance you and your relationships, your career, your destiny, your future, your ascension, and whatever comes with this fated life redirection. You cannot and will not stay the same, and it's for the better. This is where you're looking at with the Eight of Pentacles, all of your aspirations, what you're learning, what you've been working so hard on, and you're concentrating your efforts. You're focusing in your diligence, right? The talent of your craft, releasing perfectionism aspects when it comes to mastery, and you're developing and growing, ascending to all of that renewable energy source that comes from Soul's Temple with this grand cross. And You're bringing the sacred down into the ordinary, standing in your personal power with that Virgoan energy, especially when it comes to your stability, your prosperity, your justice, your personal power, your decisions, how you reap and achieve your harvest, and become true inspiration in action. You have everything in you that you need to accomplish everything that you set your mind to. This is the Grand Cross that allows you to truly step into this new future, to this new you. And it's got a lot to do with your structure. It's got a lot to do with your authenticity, especially with Capricorn energy and Sagittarian energy. This is pragmatic resourcefulness, right? This is being driven with responsibility. This is being good at business, good at generating wealth, knowing the laws of reciprocity when it comes to generosity as well, and the flow when it comes to frequencies of money, frequencies of your foundations. This is also, too, about how you generate prosperity and how you make it renewable, right? How you make it sustainable. With the Queen of Pentacles, she looks at her pentacles, as you can see, she's focused on that. And especially, spoiler alert, as Venus enters Capricorn energy, she's like the epitome. Venus is like the epitome, of the Queen of Pentacles. She's focused on her values. She's focused on her material pleasures and abundance. She's focused on how she generates money, material wealth, generates prosperity for the long term. And it has a lot to do with your career. This is where, with the Five of Swords, you're looking at all the unfair advantages, the losses, the frustration of stagnancy. And like I say, I'll say it again, probably repeatedly, and I apologize off the bat, but focusing on the power of that sextile between Venus and Pluto and holding that energy so that you can release any stagnation. Look at your ability, awaken your ability to innovate and be blessed with the power of Venus when she is focused on home and family, focused on where you plant your seeds, your roots, and then also, too, take a serious, stable, pragmatic approach towards your values, your wealth, your integrity, your comforts, all of your craft, your mastery, and your sacral flow. This is utilizing all the wisdom that came from the lessons that you learned along the way. And this mutable Grand Cross that's forming with the full moon, with the sun right away between the 4th and the 5th, it's going to awaken you to utilizing all of that wisdom to invoke a new cycle of change, to shift away from uncertainty, step up to challenges, make the additional and necessary adjustments needed to really bring you into this new cycle with all the fortuity that innovation allows and creates, to clear out any misrepresentations, to rise above any betrayals, to stand up once again after any failures, any losses, right? Any frustrations, and to rise above them, to claim your victory against whatever pointless victories were unfairly taken against you. This is that energy. And we're not even done yet with the first week, let me tell you, because December 6th through the 7th, oh my goodness. So Mercury, still in Scorpio, by the way, in our 3rd house of communication, will be trine yet again with Jupiter and Saturn. So they're going to be forming another powerful, let's just put it that way, grand water trine. And it's going to be a check-in point regarding your communication, your long-term goals, your legacy, your wealth, your endurance when it comes to achieving and going after your long-term goals, wherever you have felt stagnated, burnt out, overwhelmed, overpressured, right? All of it. It's going to be checking in. This is the universe basically requesting a confirmation from you of, are you sure when it comes to your long-term goals, how you're heading or where you're headed, how your structure's going, how your stability with discipline is going, with generating wealth, with putting yourself out there with PR, branding yourself, launching your business, selling things that are your mastery in your craft, right? Something that you build, do with your hands, put out there in a way that truly connects with people as spiritual teachers and as spiritual healers. Whatever it is for you, This is that grand water trine that's kind of like a request for confirmation from the universe saying, okay, we've gone through a lot of transitions with the Scorpio stellium, with all the grand trine, alignments, Are you sure? How's it working? Are we on the right path? More importantly, is it working for you? Are there any adjustments that this grand cross is going to help you with rising above, overcoming, taking things to the next level for the better, with redirection? And this grand water trine is going to come in right afterward in the days next after coming, between the 6th and the 7th. Know what I meant? This is where it's going to be like, okay, are you sure? Then on the 8th, Mars in Sag in our 4th house is going to square with Saturn. And remember, Saturn is now direct. Thank goodness, right? He's trying with Jupiter for the next 2 years. So again, he's working for you. He is not working against you. This is karmic rewards for the good deeds, the hard work, all the diligence when it comes to building your legacy, all the good karma, the good seeds, the good love that you've been putting out there. These two will be squaring at 25 degrees. So the actions that you take concerning home and family may meet resistance. And again, we've got this grand water trine of healing, saying and asking, are you sure? This square on the 8th right after that, when you're still feeling all this energy from the full moon, from the grand cross, from the grand water trine, at 25 degrees, which is a very culmination point, right? It's this point that's a turning point, right? So with this square between Saturn and Mars, our go-getter planet, our planet of discipline, the actions that you take concerning home and family, your partnerships, you may be meeting a bit of resistance. It's going to lead to power struggles with a partner. It's going to force you to confront a long-term commitment and or a long-term goal. But it's going to force you to confront it with this gradual, balanced progress, as well as boundaries, with structure, with calm, with patience. Because remember, Saturn rewards you for hard work. This square is really going to be that turning point where it's saying it's not about taking a leap. It's not about taking the quick way, the fast way, the shortcut, any of that. It's about the long-term mastery that really defines your success. And with the 3 of coins coming out right away as 50-50, so let's talk about the negative first. Let's sandwich this. This is where this square is really going to look at where you've been unwilling to learn from mistakes, right? Where you've been bullheaded, where you've maybe even felt stagnation, had poor work ethic, felt burnt out, overwhelmed, felt a lack of dedication. It's going to be putting you at the crosshairs or at the middle axis of gaining new skills, taking new approaches, learning new methods, dedicated, like reinfusing your dedication to your mastery, to your craft, and reinfusing your energy with that long-term stamina as if you're running like a triathlon. Running isn't the only thing in a triathlon. So my favorite triathlon, I will say, I've only done it once, and oh my goodness, if they could schedule at a different time of year. So side tangent. In the Driftless, where I used to live, where I built my first home, we had this challenge. It was a triathlon of, oh my goodness, I think it was 27 miles. We'll walk through it, and I may have to correct myself, but either way, in the Driftless, where it was, 3 miles of canoeing, then it was 7 miles of biking, and then it was 13 miles, I believe, of running or jogging or walking. Beautiful thing is it went through this huge 8,000 acre, wildlife preserve. So, I mean, the sights were gorgeous as you're doing this. The only problem with it is they would always, and they called it that damn challenge, not necessarily to swear, but because it was basically there's a history to the area of a dam that they were building. Then the federal support to it backed out of it either way. So it goes around, the whole triathlon goes around a dam that basically was built halfway or less and has a $250,000 bridge going to an unincorporated town. very fun and very humorous, but not so humorous as the community was going through all of the transitions. Either way, the only problem with that damn challenge is they decide to do it in October. So my first and only time doing this, which no, I did not train for. Oh my goodness. I was asked to be a partner and I didn't realize they signed me up. I was just signing up hoping for the canoeing. They signed me up for the whole thing. Oh my God. There was no bath that could warm me enough after this. So we had 40-mile-an-hour winds. It was during October. So I got rained on, I got iced on, I got snowed on the whole way through. And then it's through all these valleys and hills with 40-mile-an-hour winds to top it off. So when you crested that hill and you're finally like, you're breathing heavy, oh my goodness, like jeepers, like you just crested a hill that had 3 switchbacks to it. Like why? Even at the first gear of your bike, you can walk faster. Then you can ride up it, and I'm cresting the hill and I'm breathing hard as cannot catch my breath. And you're looking for that reprieve and you just get smacked right in the face with a 40-mile-an-hour ice wind. Oh my goodness, this is a triathlon that is made for the fittest and the toughest. Like I say, I only did it once. Did not know what I was signing up for. This is kind of that energy though. This is that endurance that Jupiter and Saturn are giving you. Mars and Saturn square are giving you this resistance. It's going to lead to really confronting that long-term commitment. Are you in it? Are you in it to win it? And it's not about winning against anybody else. It's winning your dreams, building all your plans, grounding your dreams. This is the month that turns your destiny, your dreams, into your reality for the year, breaking through for the year of 2026. This is gaining new skills, gaining that endurance, dedication to your mastery, and it's going to fill you up with all that energy right away between the full moon and the square with Mars and Saturn between the 4th and the 8th. And you're going to feel this energy before and after, right? Now, this is also where if you have been struggling, especially with stagnation, indecision, right? That Grand Cross is going to be helping you with this because that is something also too that the first house of self where you may be releasing this. This is basically looking at the reality of your situation, looking at where there's been scams, confusion, denials, missed opportunities, superficialities, right? The decoys. And you're looking at all of them and you're seeing the grounded, balanced approach where progress, true success, is defined as moving 1% forward each and every day. Yes, it'll feel like molasses at times, but it's better than double backing, moving to the left, moving to the right, and not knowing where you're going and coming full circle, wondering if you actually moved forward, right? This is what it's all preparing you for, and it's changing you. It's redirecting you with fate and destiny right at your side. It's going to impact you for the next 18 years to come. I know that sounds like a long time as well, but whatever it is that you face, that you're redirected towards, it'll be more fulfilling and it'll foster a new you for the better. And if that just gave you tingles, let me know. Put a heart in the comments below because right away on the 10th, Neptune, oh my goodness, get ready, is finally, do a happy dance. Anyway, prepare yourself. Neptune is finally stationing direct. Yes, I know. And Neptune in Pisces in our 7th house, right alongside Saturn, right alongside the North Node, is going to be stationing direct at 29 degrees. So this is also the same day that Mercury will be opposing Uranus. Mercury is still in Scorpio in our 3rd house. Uranus is in retrograde in Taurus in our 9th house of expansion, higher learning. This is going to be a pivotal moment, especially with the 29-degree alignment. There is a long-standing fogginess that is finally clearing, and you're finally gaining the needed clarity to see a partnership for what it is rather than what you dreamed it to be. It's Neptune's final lesson before he moves into Aries, into our 8th house of transformation, rebirth. And Mercury and Uranus's opposition is going to be bringing some very deep, very special, very electric, unexpected news, unexpected information, unexpected messages, where a revealed truth will liberate you. It's going to force you to rethink a long-held belief and allow you a healing that is crucial for your well-being in your relationships going forward. This is where, with the Queen of Pentacles, we just got her again. Yes, we did. This is where you are finally able to gain clarity in all that you nurture. Stand as a sensible, nurturing person in what you foster in your relationships and what you build, what you nourish, right? Pour your heart and soul into it. Foster relationships that build security, build wealth. And remember, wealth is not just measurable as money, as finances. This is success in the long haul of commitment, of deepening bonds, trust, like taking a practical approach at love, with meaningfulness, with mindfulness, with avoiding all of the relationships that make you feel or leave you feeling entrapped, hopeless, cornered, judged, that live off of dimming your light because they want to hold themselves over you, right? Instill fear or powerlessness. But instead, this is going to help you. When Neptune finally stations direct with all the messages coming through with Mercury and Uranus, it's going to elevate you to writing prosperity, success, satisfaction, contentment, joy, fulfillment, trust, stable foundations, security into your relationships, especially with the Six of Staffs. And as you can see here, he is riding straight to his victory. He has got a wreath here. This is circular. These are the relationships that make you feel all soft, right? And tingly inside, like marshmallows, like s'mores, roasted on a campfire. Or if it's too cold outside, maybe you're doing it by candlelight. I don't judge. Either way, this is where all of your relationships start to feel this warmth, like gooey marshmallows. Just saying. They don't feel hard. They don't feel sharp. They don't feel hurtful or painful, but instead they feel loving. They feel supportive. This is where that well-being is going to be crucial to attain, and it's going to be so healing. Right after this too, on the 11th, Mercury will be entering back into Sagittarius, and he is joining that Sagittarian stellium. I'm just saying. He's moving back into our 4th house. This time he's going to be direct. Remember, we are going down to just 2 retrogrades. Thank goodness, right? This is where Mercury, as he enters back into Sagittarius, back into our home and family, he is going to be intensifying the last stages of this Sagittarian stellium, because it's going to basically take place all the way through about mid-December, December 15th-ish. So, with the messages that you need to hear, Mercury, as he joins the parade of the stellium, he's going to be delivering them. Mercury will also be trine Neptune, which is now direct, focusing on all those marshmallow partnerships, just saying. And this combination is truly going to be bringing resolution. I don't know why I couldn't say that all of a sudden. Resolution to communication-related family issues in a very healing way. So this could be big picture conversations with family. This could be communication about and conversations about plans for the future. Conversations about shared beliefs, coming together, deepening bonds, what you align to for the long haul, right? What you believe to be true. This is also discussing family history, really looking at where you come from, what you're tied to, your legacy that you truly lift up. What's shaped and formed you for the better in all the love that you're meant to have and experience in this life. So you may be finally having a heartfelt healing conversation with a partner that clarifies a long-standing issue. It's going to bring your family closer together. It's a renewed, supportive, expansive guidance that fills you with intuition, empathy, and understanding. This is a beautiful energy, and let me tell you, it's going to be powerful. And especially, it's going to be, like I say, it's going to be healing, it's going to be moving, it's going to be bringing you to vitality. And at the front, what? Yeah, we'll talk about this. Oh my goodness. This is truly going to be giving you that expansive guidance. This is a renewed energy when it comes to truly believing forming that family, that inner truth, that healing, that alignment that you're meant to hold and hold sacred. And remember, that goes same, I will say it again, with the sextile between Venus and Pluto. It goes the same with that bioenergy of bringing your home back into the body. So, especially with long-standing issues, healing conversations, something that's been a difficult choice, something that's been an indecision, something that's been a stalemate, caused confusion. It's a whole new beginning. The waiting is over. The scales are balancing. Things are being illuminated. And there's a duality, a balance in partnerships and relationships, a balance of polarities, choices, decisions. And your intuition is going to have an inner knowing with making difficult choices that you're no longer going to be evading. It's going to come to a resolution, come to a completion with Mercury entering back into Sagittarius. This is where that cup is being handed to you in a very beautiful way from the universe, and it has a lot to do with your foundations, your home, your family, your stability, your security, your support systems, right? So it's going to help with healing any disappointment, any discontentment, any feelings of rejection, any places where you've been secluded, any apathy that's been created because of it. It's a repositioning of the self and of your foundations. And it's led with true compassion, with empathy, and with understanding. And right as that Sagittarian stellium ends, Mars on the 15th, and I did not put everything that is happening in December's reading here because otherwise we would be here for way too long. Stay tuned for the weekly reads because I will be we'll go deeper into depths about everything that's going on in December because it is so astrologically packed. It is a beautiful month. It is a breakthrough month that you've truly been waiting for. It is a turning point. So on the 15th, as that Sagittarian stellium kind of starts moving into this Capricorn structural earthy energy of stability, Mars is going to be entering Capricorn, our 5th house. And remember, 5th house is joy, contentments, rules children. As the planets start to shift into this practical, structured, disciplined energy of Capricorn, it will be this really wonderful, welcoming balance to the dreamy Piscean pull that we've been feeling between Saturn, our north node, with Neptune. It's going to balance all those energies out and balance the sacred into the home, ground it into your reality, right? So you'll feel this refreshing inspiration of it's time to build, it's time to plan, and it's time to ground my dreams. And it's going to feel this like emotional, spiritual opening that's accompanied with realistic action. It's going to be a welcome action and a welcome change. This energy with Mars is going to make your passions, your pursuits, very powerful and very effective. And if that resonates, if your ear just started ringing, if you got goosebumps as well, put a heart in the comments below, let me know, because this is where things really start to shift. And of course, it's right in the half point of the month. So on the 15th, as soon as Mars enters Capricorn, right away after that, the Sun and Saturn are going to be here to be giving you a little bit of a reality check to rein in these pressures and responsibilities. So on the 16th, the Sun, which is in Sag, in our 4th house, is going to square with Saturn, highlighting Pisces, the dreams, and our partnerships. They're going to be giving you a bit of a reality check to rein in pressures, rein in responsibilities in a way that focuses on consolidation over expansion. So this is truly like gives the saying of like, you got to do something 300, create something 300 times to become a master, or put in 1,000 hours to truly become a master of that skill. This is that energy. Rather than experimenting with all these different types of creative aspects, with really exploring, it's going to harness all of it. Look at where you've been feeling overburdened, overpressured, had too much on your plate, and it's going to help you with focusing on consolidating, working smarter, not harder, where you can consolidate efforts to truly achieve the most powerful results and most effective results. Keep in mind too, I do just want to point out, through all of these transitions between the 15th and the 16th, Venus, currently in Sag in our 4th house, will trine Chiron, on the 18th at 22 degrees. And Chiron will also be trining Mars on the 14th before he moves into Capricorn. So with Chiron involved, there is this courageous construction of empowerment that is happening here between Venus, between Mars, our wounded healer, and it's happening in areas where you've previously felt powerless. So this is wherever you felt regret, heavy-heartedness, felt like you're losing, right? Or felt grief of loss, felt like you've been in despair. There is something between the 14th and the 18th that is really going to bring you out of that with all the courageous construction of empowerment that it can give you, with all the confidence to give you and call your power back, especially with Mars changing signs, bringing grounding into what you're building, especially with the square, the reality check between Saturn, who's all about structure, legacy, long-term, and the Sun, our vitality, right? Reining in those pressures of what's taken away your power, and instead it's like you're getting all this power back at 22 degrees, mind you, as well. So this is where, with the Five of Cups, everything that's put you in a place that made you feel like you were out of control, like your cups were spilt, right? This is going to enlighten the two cups. Remember, it's at 22 degrees that are right behind you, and it's going to illuminate all of them. And Mars, with all of that, like all of that Capricorn energy, all that structure, the practical discipline, it's going to balance all those dreams, all of that sacred, and bring it into the ordinary. Emotional and spiritual opening, I'll say it again, accompanied with realistic action. This is going to be a true new cycle of change that's going to shift and adjust your perspective, your energy to empowerment. And this is where things really start to pick up, because on the 19th, we have our new moon in Sagittarius in our 4th house. And I hope you're sitting down, maybe not, get up, do a happy dance, either way, it's fine. It's going to be at 28 degrees. So this is going to be, I'm just going to forewarn you, I am so excited for this new moon, because it's going to be a very powerful new moon, and it's going to be a turning point that will signal a definitive moment in your home and your family life. This is one where it will lay the groundwork for the future that you want to build. Yes, I just got tinglies. If you did too, let me know. Either way, this is where you could be making a major decision about home, solidifying a new emotional foundation that will carry you into the new year. This new moon is important because it lands near the galactic center of 27 degrees in Sagittarius, in our 4th house, home, family. It is a turning point that is associated with your higher truth, your spiritual awakening. It's a major life reset. There is a new chapter that is being written here in your home or your living situation, and it is inviting expansion. It is rising and lifting you up, and it is lifting you up with this external strength, with compassion, towards the right direction that leads you towards your fulfillment. This is building, planning, grounding your dreams. A true destiny turning point. Putting into action all the breakthroughs. Having momentum pick up. And I will say too, I'll say it again, you could be moving. Just saying. This is that kind of energy. It is a major life reset, and it's embracing awakening that solar plexus, but it's embracing all of the hidden wisdoms, the lessons along the way, with spiritual self-awareness, with reflection, with the wisdom and the willpower to know that you will accomplish everything that you put your mind to, because it's 1% greater, 1% forward each and every day. And Saturn, Capricorn's energy, building legacy, building wealth, building discipline, launching that business, knowing that you have everything in you and surrounding you that you need to succeed. And it's about your foundations. It is about your structure. It is about your home. It is about your family. It is a spiritual awakening in this new chapter being written about your living situation, your home, something here that is truly a galactic center of your future. This is where the jubilation with this new moon really starts to take shape. And like I say, it is at 28 degrees. And it is right before the winter solstice. So get ready, mark your calendars on December 21st. Depends upon what hemisphere you're in. If you're in the northern hemisphere like me, we're headed to the winter solstice. If you're in the southern, welcome and happy summer solstice, just saying. But this is where the sun is entering Capricorn, our 5th house. And remember, that is joy, contentment, structure, legacy, wealth, building, grounding. And on the winter solstice, at the same time that the sun enters Capricorn energy, Soul's Temple here, just saying, filling you with all this vitality, this enthusiasm, straight towards your success, with wealth, generating health, healing. Same thing with that energetic, thank you, energy and practices, right? I'll say it again. And that goes between your grounding, your breath work, your movement, your therapeutic touch, bringing the home into the body through Soul's Temple, renewing, healing that energy. This is standing in all your glory and shining as bright as the sun with all the vitality of the sun on the solstice. Jupiter, at the same time as the solstice, in Cancer in our 11th house. Remember, that is hopes, wishes, dreams, community, humanitarian efforts, win-win solutions, social networks, online networks, right? How everybody comes together is going to be square with Chiron. And again, Aries, he's in Aries. Our wounded healer is in this point of transformation. This is so powerful. We are so lucky to be Virgos, having Chiron in our 8th house of transformation at 22 degrees. So this solstice marks a period of focused ambition in your creative and your romantic life. You will feel motivated to turn passions into profit, hobbies into productive projects. You will be approaching relationships with purpose, stability, long-term commitment. And as you get this confidence boost, it's going to fill you with joy. It's going to fill you with creativity. And Jupiter and Chiron square, they're going to push you past your fears. They're going to push you past your vulnerabilities that have in the past held you back. Regarding intimacy, trust, trusting others with finances or emotions, fear of not being enough. It's going to raise you up with inner clarity, with self-acceptance in your self-worth and in knowing where you belong, not just being temporarily welcomed. With people in your commitments, people will be coming home. Commitments will become home. You're coming home to all of it. That is what this solstice is bringing. And this is your new beginning. And it's a new beginning of unity, right? It's a new beginning of consciousness, standing in your personal power, but knowing that you're truly enough and no longer doubting yourself, no longer holding that self-doubt, letting it go and releasing that control, right? This is construction at its finest, standing in your creative power, standing in everything of spiritual mastery. Knowing how you communicate, utilizing your words, holding those depths that really deepen your bonds, standing in your inner truth, aligning with your bonds, building, planning, grounding your dreams. This is where everything, putting plans, ideas into practice, everything that you've been working towards, building, planning for, everything is ready. And this is also where we will be guided by Mercury. So remember, Mercury is here, entering back into Sag, focusing on our foundations, home, family, all of it is leading up with this beautiful winter solstice energy to focus your ambitions, your creative and your romantic life, to turn passions into profit. And that doesn't just mean money. I'm just saying. And if that resonates, by all means, let me know in the comments below, because this is where you are truly, with the Two of Wands, moving with personal career development towards your ambitions, towards your vision, making plans and decisions with resolution, putting plans into action, initiating action with drive towards your passions with Mars here, standing in your originality, not being afraid to shine bright in everything that makes you perfectly and perfectly you. This is opening up the gates of that sacral flow energy. So with your sacral flow energy being wide open during this time, this is standing in your creativity, birthing new energy into your life, seeking the things that you desire without holding back, and allowing yourself to seek and enjoy pleasures. That is fifth house energy at its finest. This is that energy right as the sun enters Capricorn season. And as we enter the 24th, right after this, Venus is also going to be entering Capricorn and our fifth house. And with her entering the fifth house with Capricorn energy, she is uniting the earthly Capricorn stellium between Mars, the sun, and now herself. So love, value, finances are going to take on a more serious, pragmatic tune as your stability, your commitments, your long-term vision manifest presence. This is your victory. This is achieving success. This is advancement in your career, making significant progress. This is good news coming in. This is standing in your confidence in all your light that you radiate, earning the respect, feeling, witnessing the validation that your manifestations are truly being grounded, your dreams are truly being grounded into your future, into your destiny. This is career destiny alignment and activation, and it's not the end. It's being blessed by Jupiter, which is optimism, right? This is luck, good fortune, with your divine fire coming into balance with your solar plexus, being inspiration in action and double confirmation, because this came out as well before. You're being crowned, wearing your wreath. This is circular. This is reciprocity. This is sustainability, right? This is where everything comes into harmony and everything flows with perpetual motion, just like our permanent hat hair during this month as well, just saying. So when Venus enters Capricorn, you're going to be standing in this strength of Capricorn energy. You're going to feel this inner divine fire. You are going to feel supported with your heart chakra aligned and wide open. This is seeing manifestation of harmony in your vision, standing in your strength of the ego and what you can create, in your confidence, in all of your love light, your love leadership with your compassion, your kindness, your personal power, your integrity. And with Venus here as well, especially with her taking on a more serious pragmatic tone to your finances, your values, your love, your stability, your commitment, all of it's going to be manifesting this presence with this earthly stable energy that harmonizes with your Virgo in nature. All of it, as she enters Capricorn season, your fifth house, she's going to be allowing you to build substantial, meaningful connections and build substantial, meaningful, creative projects. So with Venus in Capricorn energy, your vetting process becomes thorough. It becomes grounded for long-term potential, and that goes in relationships as well as projects in your endeavors, right? Because it's long-term, it's legacy, it's wealth generation. So you're looking at all of the potential, and you're looking at all of that with holding long-term presence for long-term potential as it awakens you to the beauty of hard work, the beauty of refinement as you master your craft, your relationships, your partnerships, your commitments, as if they were all labors of love. So you'll also find fulfillment in nurturing growth, pouring your heart and soul into what you invest your time, your love, your energy into. So this could be, it's basically, how I would put it is, you're providing stable, secure environments with responsible parenting. And that could be whether it be children, pets, projects, hobbies, whatever you pour your love into. This is where Venus is lifting you up, letting you shine in all your inspiration, with all your hope, with all your mental stability and structure, with all the vision that you hold, that you've believed in, that you've created, that you've loved, that you've innovated, that you've built. And she's going to be grounding it with this perpetual renewal, with healing, with spiritual guidance, with contentment, with generosity. It's a new beginning, but it's an alignment of spiritual, emotional, dreamy, grounding structure and it's for the long term. It is long-term positivity. So this is where it's instilling this deliberate mindfulness in seeking experience, seeking joy with this sense of purpose and long-term positivity that is truly uninhibited, that is truly leading to fulfillment, that equalizes and balances out support and where you give support, that helps you truly find the rhythm in your life and in your balance, right? And in the navigation that brings you to a place of inner and outer peace, in bringing the home back into your body, into your world. And this is going to be powerful because with this Capricorn stellium, you're going to feel this energy in such a prolific way. Everything that you nurture, everything that you water, grows. And like I say too, as we move from, because we had so many grand water trines, as we move out of the healing waters into the earthy energies, into the fiery energies, these two are coupled in a beautiful way with the fire and the earth. So fire purifies, right? Fire also fertilizes, nourishes the ground so that we can plant our roots in fertile soil. This is where you're going to be recognized for the meaningful work. See the monetary rewards. Experience what it is to have your reputation precede you. Feel that word of mouth in the work that you do, that the good deeds that you've done come back to you full circle with good deed karmic rewards, with truly knowing that you are inspiration and action, and you're going to hear people reflect that back to you. You're going to feel it reflected back to you in your structure. You're going to feel, experience your drive, your work, your passions reflected back to you with the Three of Pentacles. This is applause, this is teamwork, this is creativity, this is collaboration, this is creation consciousness with dynamic balance, but it's also synergy, it's growth, it's synthesis. And with your solar plexus, this is standing in your confidence and allowing yourself to truly be a playful child in the playground of a very loving universe, because you are strong, you are capable, and when you engage in all areas of your life, that is where Saturn, Capricorn energy, rewards you with that solar plexus energy. Now, I will also say, this is an exciting month. This is a breakthrough month as well. This is a destiny turning point, but on the 30th, it's going to prepare you for the next year, for the big year, the big reset, the big 10 of 2026. So on the 30th, Mercury in Sag in our 4th house will be squaring with, that wanted to come out, so I'm going to listen. We'll be squaring with Saturn, all the Saturn energy, right? During our Capricorn stellium. So these two are going to be squaring off at 26 degrees. This is mental clarity versus restriction, where you might feel or face a very sobering truth about goals, about ideas, about commitments that open an opportunity for some very realistic thinking and some very realistic planning as you head into 2026, our big reset year. Don't know why I can't talk all of a sudden, but here you be. So, oh my goodness. Okay, excuse me a moment. That flew way out there, and I love it. I'm going to reach, because what flew out is the 9 of coins. This is where this square between Saturn and Mercury, oh my goodness, it is preparing you that wishes really do come true, right? This is true karmic reward for good deeds, for all your diligence, all your hard work during this Capricorn season at that time, during the Capricorn's stellium. The power of that between the sun, between Mars, our go-getter planet, between Venus, all of our heart's desires. So this square with Mercury and Saturn at 26 degrees, you're going to feel mental clarity versus and face off with restrictions about the truth of your goals, your ideas, your commitments. It sounds negative, could be portrayed as negative. If you groaned, I'm sorry in advance. But either way, it is not as permanent as perpetual hat hair. Just a saying. It's more like the development of your shoveling arm muscles. This is where you're looking in the mirror after like shoveling like 4 snowstorms where we got 6 to 10 inches of super wet, like wet, heavy snow, and you're like, oh my goodness, look at those triceps. And you start like doing the little He-Man like bodybuilder poses, and you're like, yeah, if these could stay, this is great, but my back still hurts. I'm just saying. Either way, this is a square that is truly going to wake you up and challenge you. You may feel a wave of self-doubt. You may feel a wave of pessimism come about plans, or come about in plans that you're trying to make, about potentially blocked ideas that have hit this wall of resistance. It's going to possibly even feel frustrating. It's going to urge you to really take a step back, to write down all the pros, all the cons, all the pressures, all the conflicting perspectives, all the responsibilities. It's going to help you look at all the potential limitations that you're facing. It's going to help you write them all down so that you can visually see a vision board picture written with words to truly look at the situation, look at your planning, look at your grounding, what you're building, all your dreams into this next big year of reset, so that you can pragmatically problem solve and work through them in a responsive way rather than a reactive way. So it's going to help you prioritize patience so you avoid making major decisions out of haste and instead create smart goals. So that is smart plans that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, especially with Capricorn energy, especially with Saturn being here. This is where this whole season, and remember, Capricorn season is here to help turn ideas into tangible results as you pursue your passions with structure, with determination, so that you can truly build, so you can truly plan, and you can truly ground your dreams. So it's looking at the enlightenment, the spiritual sacredness of 12, right? New beginnings, looking at the dualities, all the pros and cons, all the step forwards, the step backs, the step to the sides. Looking at the situation, where you feel dissatisfied, where you feel trapped, where you need to refine, where you need to break through restraints. What possibly needs to be sacrificed because it's holding you back, it's impeding, it's stagnating. It's not necessarily, you're vetting all of it, right? It's not necessarily built for long-term growth, for long-term potential. It's not awakening you to the beauty of hard work and refinement as you pour your heart and soul and create these labors of love, all that you've dreamed of, being grounded. And this is where, with these smart goals, with this square, as it urges you to truly problem solve and work through, create those smart practical plans, this is where Spirit is saying your wishes truly do come true in this breakthrough month, in this destiny turning point that you have truly been waiting for, that allows you to build, to plan, and ground your dreams and walk in to 2026, to your period of prosperity, to your freedom, to your financial success, to your long-term wealth, to reaching your goals, and to truly not only bringing home back into the body, but truly experiencing the family, creating and fostering, nurturing the family, the growth, the bonds, the love, the contentment, the joy, the stability, the security that you have been working so hard for, striving for, dreaming of. And as you can see, I mean, she's looking into this, all of her dreams, so that they are ready to take flight. This is why she's putting all of her care, sowing those seeds, focusing on really building the soil. Because remember, the fertility of the soil is what determines how your harvest nourishes you. And if that resonates, by all means, put a heart in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. If you like the way that I read, by all means, like, share, subscribe. Check out the Honey Sea Star store as well if you need any encouragement. Let you know that you're not alone, that you're supported, because all the designs are meant to uplift, inspire, and empower you along your day as part of the Honey Sea Star family. So just know if you like the way that I read, if this resonates with you, all of your support truly makes the difference, truly is what makes this channel a success, and is what keeps these readings going, keeps this channel going, and keeps this family growing. So before we go as well, I just want to look at all of our spirit animals for any additional messages that we can get, especially as, thank you, as we walk into this beautiful month where we're developing some snow shovel muscles and working through perpetual hat hair. Just saying. This is where Spirit is saying with the coyote, it is the revealer of truth. And remember, this is very Gnostic, right? This is choosing to know the truth because you can. That is what Gnostic really means, is it's that inner knowing. It's the choice to know in your faith and holding that faith. So with the coyote, this is about not taking things too seriously, making time to play, seeing the wisdom that comes from laughing at your own mistakes, looking for the traps and tricks of life, learning from them so that you can avoid them, you can see them from a mile away, and more importantly, make sure that you're embracing all the opportunity of good luck that is being directed towards you instead. This is where you're truly seeing, now is the month to truly recognize that you are a bright energy. Let go of worry. Be happy in the here and now. Ground those dreams into your reality and feel good about being the loving, colorful, carefree you that blesses the world with all the color that you are meant to share in this world, in all your perfections, in all your imperfections, in all your quirks, everything that makes you stand and shine, radiate as you brilliantly do, that only you can. And as well, this is about self-reliance. I mean, this is solar plexus energy at its finest. So with the snow leopard, this is about knowing that you are strongly independent. You forge your own path. And remember, with the wolf, I know this isn't a wolf, but either way, the snow leopard too, not all who wander are lost. That is the story of the hermit. This is graduating from searching the world, experiencing the world, gaining all the wisdom and the lessons, the mentorships along the way, so that you can turn around as the healers, the teachers of the zodiac, and share that knowledge, that Gnostic knowing with everyone that you encounter, as well as while you stand in your integrity, because that is the importance of that Saturn energy, that Capricorn energy. It reaps the best outcomes. It is where you can remain invisible when you walk with the shamans and use your intuition to let your life unfold in the silent perfection that stability fosters, where you pour all your love, all the seeds that you nourish, all your heart and soul, bringing that bioenergy back into the body, into your home, so that it can unfold and align with the universe's magic and mystery. Now, before we go as well, I do just want to look at our major arcana, and of course I created multiple stacks on the background here, so bear with me. I always seem to do that. I don't know quite why, but either way. Okay, let me just check this other one, make sure I didn't mix them up. Nope, I didn't. Oh, that's a first. Okay, so what we pulled for music therapy, and like I say, I'll say it again, hold the energy, because I do just want to say it again. Capricorn lower expression energy leads to overworking, workaholic aspects. So if you feel pushed into that energy, remember the energy that you hold from Venus and Pluto sextile that comes in right away on the 2nd. That is where you're really calling in, reclaiming your power with your bioenergy fields through grounding, through breathing, through movement, and through therapeutic touch. That bioenergy medicine. So as you practice your meditation, your grounding, your movement, Tai Chi, Qigong, whatever, what we pulled for this message in December is A sharp, E, D, and D sharp, and then color therapy frequency-wise. We've got purple, yellows, and oranges. So I truly hope you guys have a beautiful December, a happy holidays, safe travels for wherever you're going. This is the month where there is a true destiny turning point. You're building, planning. It is time to ground. your dreams into reality. And I am sending you so much love and light. Take care, and I will see you in the next reading.